So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll be watching this video off the back of a day where I just posted on my story a few emails that I'd received back from a guy today who was on my mailing list. Which, to be honest, I only posted for entertainment value. I think today's email was what your business can learn from Love Island, and obviously it touched a nerve with someone who was on my mailing list, and he sent a few grumpy responses back, which the child in me couldn't help poking him back with. You know, as I always say to anyone who talks about creating content, or particularly video-based stuff, or anything, I guess, where they're putting their ego on the line. One of the hardest things that stops people from starting this kind of content is fear of what people are going to say to them. Fear of people taking the piss, fear of people not liking what they do and trolling them online. And for anyone who knows me, I'm a super confident person. However, that fear of the risk of online embarrassment, if you like, was something that very much delayed my journey in starting creating these videos and building my brand and building the Funding Guru podcast and all that. And a few of my mentors said, kind of gave me some words of wisdom at the time, which just, I guess, allowed me to block it out of my mind and just get on with it. And the reality is that 99% of the time, I never hear anything negative from anyone. Now and again, there's very, there's, let's say, humorously offensive emails or comments on Instagram or Facebook or whatever it may be, like today. But to me, they are, they're so humorous, or rather they're so extremely offensive, it's almost impossible to get embarrassed, impossible to get offended by them. I guess the reason I'm recording this is because I actually just got a phone call from a guy a guy I've not seen in a long time, who just wanted to say, got your email today and I enjoyed it, and I also saw and he also saw the email that I put up where the guy was a bit grumpy about it, and he said, I just want to call you to kind of lend my support and say, ignore what these guys say and keep doing what you're doing. But yeah, I kind of say this to you guys so that anyone who is hesitant about about creating content, because I'm always talking in my videos about how creating content is the best and most cost-effective marketing strategy there is out there. Whether it's video like this, whether it's blogs, whether it's podcasts, written, visual, whatever methods suit you best, but you've got to be creating content. And I'm sure that with most of you, the biggest barrier to doing it is not the actual creation of the content itself, but it's the fear of it's the fear of being embarrassed, it's the fear of what your mates are going to say, etc. And I guess all I can say to you is think of it very much like like restaurants and TripAdvisor reviews on restaurants. For every one person who says something negative, there's probably 100 people who really like what you're doing, and it's just that people invariably don't comment positively. It's just online trolls, keyboard warriors with nothing better to do, like to write the negative. So, and again, 99 times out of 100, the people writing the negative stuff is not something that has any foundation of genuine negativity from what you've done. It's just people with nothing better to do, with no life, who probably wouldn't dare say it to you if they ever met you in public. But they love to sit there beating the keyboard. So yeah, get on with it. If you're hesitant about doing it, please start tomorrow. Take it from me, I started 6, 9, 12 months later than I really wanted to do, just because I allowed things like this to put me off. But once you're in the swing of it, you're in the swing of it, and you've got to do it. So excuse the sun in my eye. I'm in the back of an Uber on the way to the airport, but I had to share this with you now. So hope that makes sense, and I hope that makes at least one of you start what you've been holding back on.